This is another theory of innovation, or more specifically, I suppose, it's another way of thinking, a process to help you develop an innovative solution or create a solution. So we call it diamond thinking. So creative people are often what they call divergent thinkers. They like to generate ideas. Whereas business studies courses encourage convergent thinkers. They like to come to a solution. So we have this mixture of people that like to come up with ideas, but people like to come to a solution. And sometimes each one can annoy the other, because if you're sat there spouting out ideas and the business person is going, right, it's time to make one happen. So we developed this diamond thinking, or this diamond thinking was created. So it allows you to do both. So you can then generate ideas, take one, move it forward a bit, and then explore it, etc. So here we go. Once again, we have 4Ds. We like 4 groups of 4 things. So first of all, we discover we do divergent thinking. We think about loads of different things. Sometimes this is called thinking outside the box. Really be creative, chuck loads of ideas, what would work, etc. We can look at the previous video on how to be creative, etc. And then we convergent think. So it's down to narrow these ideas down. So in divergent thinking, we create loads and loads and loads of solutions to a potential problem. Now it's time to make those solutions into one workable solution. So that's the define. What exactly is the problem we're trying to solve? We come up with one solution, but then we divergent think it again. Go, right, how big can it be? What else could it do? Can we add something to it? Can we make it vanilla? And that's the develop the idea. So we take this single idea and try and embellish it and make it as big as possible. And then it's the convergent thinking. It's time to actually make it real. Okay, so we go through these processes of exploring and exploding the idea, outside the box thinking, and then we convergent think, we inside the box, we give it these parameters and it has to stick to these certain rules. And that helps us discover a potential solution, define what the problem is that we're going to solve, develop the actual idea, and deliver the product, because it's one thing coming up with ideas, it's another thing coming up with end products. That's a very basic version. Here we can see it in a lot more detail. As I said there, it starts off with that definition. What is it and how are we going to actually solve it? And then the last part is to actually make it happen. And we can see their companies go through this. So the initial insight, they maybe did their SWOT analysis that we did last week. What do our customers want? How does it fit with what we've already got? Let's create some ideas. Let's make some prototypes, see what we like, what we don't like. Then the experience strategy, can we put it into plan? Can we make it work? Is it too far gone? Once again, I always make the joke with Coca-Cola. Every time I talk about a complete new flavour of Coke, I use Coca-Cola rhubarb, something that they'll probably never make. But at some point they've probably had that idea. What flavours could we make of rhubarb, of Coca-Cola? Somebody's gone rhubarb and they've set it back up north to be quiet. But now we plan, we make it, we put it into production. So we sketch the options. What's it going to look like? What's it going to taste like? How much rhubarb we're going to use, etc. We create some prototypes. Rhubarb's a lovely pink colour, so we're going to have a pink colour on the Coke can. We test them. How much rhubarb's too much flavour, because it's actually quite a very strong, powerful flavour of rhubarb. We flesh out, so we find the actual solution to our Coke rhubarb, our actual ingredients. What's it going to be made of? How much of each thing? We put it out there to people, probably not in the north, so they don't particularly like rhubarb. Are they going to like it? People like it but might want it a bit sweeter, might want it a bit more tart, a bit more acidic, etc. So we have to refine it, and then eventually we can build it and put it into mass production. So that's the diamond thinking. So it really helps us go from that using convergent and divergent thinking. Really helps us explode the idea, bring it back in again, explode it again, bring it back in again. And as we said, it's about box thinking. Outside the box is incremental innovation, or is it radical innovation? So it's about, do we change a little bit or do we change a lot? Then we inside the box, we analyze it, we attribute analysis it, what's good about it, what's bad about it, how can we change it, and then we gap analysis, where can we fill the gaps, what's wrong with it, what can we make it better, etc. So by using divergent and convergent thinking, we can really use this diamond thinking to design, develop, and deliver an actual product.